Hello, my friends. It's so good to have you here again. Thank you so much for always tuning in to my channel. I really appreciate you guys are simply the best. Thank you for bringing and attracting new subscribers to my channel. This means so much to me, and I do not take it for granted. And I'm super grateful. And don't forget, we're here to give you the latest news, the hottest, most reliable and authentic news as it drops by the hour. We want to give you just as it drops by the hour. And right here, there's a story that seems a bit funny because in Nigeria, absolute power has corrupt absolutely, and that seemed to be the order of the day. Everyone that is powerful seem to oppress those that seem not to be powerful, and this has been the order of the day in Nigeria. We hope that all this stops and the people of Nigeria raise their voices and stand up for themselves and speak for one another, because in this case of this young pastor, it seems no one is ready to stand for him because he says he's a social media activist, and because of a local government chairman, he was forced to drink water from the gutter, and this has gotten him into a very critical condition that he's not able to get himself out of at the moment. But before I bring you details of this, guys, if you haven't subscribed, please ensure you hit the red subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you'll be a part of this family. Anytime we drop a new video, you'll be a part of it and get notified immediately. And also ensure you give us a thumbs up, because your thumbs up would mean that you saw this video and you loved it. Yes, thank you so much for all you do, and I really appreciate you. All right, let's go details as to what this pastor has done and why they gave him gutter water to drink that puts him in such a critical condition. Pastor Akochi Abeni of God's Descendants Assembly, Amashiri Afikpo, North Local Government Area of Ebonyi State, was recently tortured, brutalized, and forced by his tormentors to drink water from the gutter for allegedly criticizing the council chairman Ogbonaya Oko Enyim. The cleric, who is currently hospitalized at a hospital in Abakaliki, shares his experience on what happened to him. He said he's a social media activist. Both himself and the chairman are from Amashiri community, so he's the chairman of my local government area. As a social critic, I criticize bad governance and bad people in government not doing well. The same way I criticize people in positions of authority not doing well is the way I criticize the chairman. The perceived negative relationship I have with him started when he was asked to build a kilometer of road like his counterparts in other local government area of the state. The governor told them to construct a kilometer of road anywhere in their council. He was unable to do that. It took him quite some time to take action as regard the road construction, so I wrote about it. I criticized it. So when he was seeking re-election, I wrote again that any local government chairperson who could not build a kilometer of road in their council was not worthy of being re-elected. It was from that point I started having problem with him. He started hurting me using different means. He reported me to the anti-kidnapping squad of the Nigerian police, saying I was attacking him on social media. I went there and my statement exonerated me. I told him I did not have any personal issue against him, and that I was only trying to hold him accountable as a public office holder. He said, as a social media activist, I am not afraid of what people will do to me since I'm not lying against them. For sure, those in government who are not doing well will in one way or the other try to make people keep mute or accept their ill governance style. I was not afraid because I was expecting it, but I did not know it would come in a barbaric manner like what I experienced. One thing is sure, there is no way they can stop the media in this state. The media is a fourth arm of the government. Other arms of government have their critical roles to play in society. Just like that, The media have a critical role to play to ensure the survival of the society. So if they don't want to be criticized or hate criticism so much, they should stay away from public offices. I knew and had preempted that what the chairman and his agent did to me on Thursday, May 14th, would come someday. But one thing I know is that injustice to one is injustice to all. So he narrated the story and told how he was tortured. He said, I was expecting to be treated badly by these people, but I did not envisage it would take that form. That day I was called by one Amadi Julius Nyerere, who is a nominee of the chairman and a technical assistant to Ebonyi State Governor David Umahi. He called and said the ESA's 8th grade chairman wanted to see me. I thought the plan was to reconcile with me. The chairman reconcile me and the chairman, so I went there. On reaching there, I discovered that all the 8 of the council chairman, Isioru 8th grade members, and ESA 8th grade chairman, who is related to the council boss and his executive, were all there. It dawned on me that there was a plan already on the ground that was being followed using all means available, since their plans to use policemen of Ebonyi State Security Neighborhood Watch had failed. So they resorted to attacks. I never experienced the kind of ugly treatment they gave me. They tied my hands behind my back, and up till this very moment, I can't make use of my hands. I can't hold any object. You can see how I'm struggling to hold my phones. They forced me to drink gutter water and did all sorts of things to me. They put my body through all manners of inhuman treatments, aside from flogging me 36 times. This is really serious. I want people to know that the public service should not be a do or die affair. If you know you are not competent to be in a position of authority and can't tolerate criticism, please stay off and let people who understand what governance entails take a position of authority. Also, allow the media to do their work. So he went on and on and on and on about what was done to him. And he said his present condition now, he said he thought it was going to be a minor thing after the doctors has treated his wounds. He said, but however, after the treatment, he discovered he could not make use of his hand, and also realized he could not make use of his buttocks because it hardly sit properly and easily now. Just as he was rejoicing that I was going home to meet my family, a doctor examined me and discovered that most of my veins and nerves have been damaged because of the long hours that my hands were tied and was beaten. He said the health challenge could become permanent if I didn't treat them quickly. He said it could lead to paralysis. They further advised that I should be moved to the physiotherapy center of the hospital, and that's where I am currently. I have been receiving treatment here, but I still can't hold any object. I can't easily close my hands or open them. I still feel so much pain all over my body, but it is better than how I felt on the day of the incident. The worst fear is that these current health challenges might lead to permanent paralysis in the future. I'm begging the people to pray for me to recover quickly. Well, in conclusion, in all of this, he said his greatest regret is that the elite in Amashiri are keeping quiet over this issue. They think it is about me alone. It is about the general interest of Amashiri land. I read that the local government chairman called some journalists, community people, government officials, and others to his house and told them that torturing me was in line with our tradition. Amashiri community is where the only senior advocate of Nigeria in the entire Ebonyi state hails from, and you are telling the world that barbarism or inhuman treatment is part of our culture. It baffles me. I am lost, but I thank God that the custodian of our culture and tradition is Ogo Patrick Aja, the current Isaka Ogo of Ndukwe Kingdom, has debunked the media report because barbarism and inhuman treatment are not part of our culture. I had expected all educated Amasiri men and women to stand up and condemn this barbaric action. My only regret is that people are not saying anything about a development that can jeopardize the future their children of their children. I don't regret holding government to be accountable to the masses. Yes, that is it, guys. I think the government should be accountable and they should be able to face criticism. But it seems that absolute power has corrupted absolutely, and that has been the order of the day in Nigeria. I hope all this really stop very soon, but it seems no one is taking responsibility, no one is standing up to, speak for the other. The voices are not speaking together, so it seems all the a little effort that some people are putting is being faulted. All the same, we hope things get better. Endeavor to drop your comments in the comment section, and if you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and ensure that you subscribe. Thank you for staying tuned. I really appreciate your time and your patience. Do have a pleasant time. Bye.